Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Honolulu. I hope everyone's having a great morning today. Good Saturday wherever you are. I'm sure everyone's noticed the wonderful changes our YouTube gods have given us, where now everybody's their @ name. So Brandon lost his bunny. O'Malley lost his duck. But I think we'll push on. We'll survive. We'll get through it. It's not the worst thing that can happen. I was lucky enough, I think, to get @ reverse ops. So no numbers for me. I locked that down early, so good morning, Christine, Jonathan, Ms. Wolves, Tornado Squadron. I'm going to have to get used to that. Sydney, thank you for being here. Oh, this is going to take some getting used to. We'll push on, though. We'll get through it. So, as you may have guessed by the title of the video and the thumbnail, we're going to have a major channel announcement today. Somewhere in the very early 9 o'clock hours, so we still got about 2 hours to go. Keep you guys in suspense for a little while longer while we watch some planes. We should have 2 A380s again today. We're back to 2. Even though there's several articles out there stating that the Honus are flying half empty and they're going to cancel them. I don't believe that to be true. I believe they're in it for the long haul. So we have 2 a day into the future. What's funny, every article, I've read 3 or 4 articles about how the Honus are going away and how they're flying half empty. But every comment on, like, people comment on those things on Facebook and on wherever they're posted, Reddit or whatever, and everybody says, "Oh, I was on it last week and it was full. I was on it last week when it was almost full." So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I haven't been on one. Mrs. Reverse Ops has been on a couple. She says they were about 75% full when she went. So I don't know what their break-even point is, but 75 is better than 0, I guess. Yeah. See, half empty there. But I've heard several reports of it being full or almost full, so who knows? I think it just depends on the day of the week you go or whatever. It's like every other flight. I've been on flights out of here on American that were 3/4 empty, but then you go on a different day and there's, they're offering $700 to get off. So I guess it's like everything else. But we'll just keep watching them as they come. So we do have a Delta. Let's see if we can find this Delta. I don't think this Delta has any hail damage. I don't think this one has any hail damage. There's a lot of Deltas this morning that have hail damage. If you saw the reports from Atlanta yesterday. Oh, geez, that must be a mess. So Steve Evans 6870 says aloha. It's been here for 1 month at the 321 level member. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, I have some audio. Let me talk about the audio here in a second. Our good friend Scott. That's gonna take me a while. Scott, 808 Scott, our good friend Scott Roldan, coming in. Says 8,000 steps for the people streamer with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your dedication to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. And Scottish Linda, wee Linda, I know that one. It's been a 321 mainland traveler level for 2 months. Chill 2 months, and I like you that. Thank you, I like you that too. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Alright, so the Delta is moving now. So I only have one mic on right now, and that is my voice mic. Usually I have 2 mics. But there's someone behind me playing a lot of music. And I didn't know how well it would be picked up when it was quieter. Of course, now that I'm saying that, it's very loud out here all of a sudden. It was very quiet, and you could hear the music from across the way. So I've had the second mic off. I'll probably be turning that on once we start getting some departures. So here's Northern Air Cargo. Northern Air Cargo just came in on the crossing runway 4 right. I believe that's a 737-400, maybe? 400? I probably should look at flight radar before I say. So that one in the back there, someone was asking about that. That is not a C5. That's a C-17. The easiest way to tell from a distance, like that's kind of far away. That thing is probably 2.5 miles from me. So the easiest way to tell it a difference is the top of the tail. If you see the top of the tail in the middle there, it has kind of a rise. That's a C-17. The top of the tail of the C5 is flat. Doesn't have that rise in the middle. So that's an easy way to tell from a distance. Ooh, that was a 400. Wow, look at that. I'll be honest, once everything after 400 all look the same to me. I don't know. So at Stephen Billings has come in with 12 months. He hit the year at the 321 mainland traveler level. Changed his little badge there to gold. It's still the gold square, but it's looking like we're going to change it to the gold shield here in the next week or so. We've been running a poll on the a members only poll on the YouTube post page, because I noticed some of the people were getting very close to 2 years, and I didn't have a 2-year badge. So I went to create one, and I created one that was literally a badge. It looks like a badge, and I noticed that way that then the 1 year didn't match. So I had a poll to see. I have a poll going to see if you guys want me to change the square one to the badge one, and so far overwhelmingly people have chosen to change it to the new styles. I like that. I like the new style. So I said we're going to keep the poll going for 2 weeks. I think we got another 3 or 4 days left in that poll, but it's overwhelmingly in support of changing it to the new style. But all that being said, thank you very much, Stephen, for 1 year of support. Says Vegas Joe is in the house. So Vegas Joe's didn't change. Vegas Joe. That's I like that. Mine didn't change either. I had reverse ops with no letters and no numbers, so mine didn't change either. But all that aside, Vegas Joe's been with us for 5 months at the 787 Honu traveler level. That is our highest level here. Thank you very much, Vegas Joe. I really appreciate it. He says, aloha, looking forward to the big news. Well, hopefully, I'm not overhyping this. That's my main fear of when I make major channel announcements is people will look at me and say, "That's it?" Oh. So hopefully I'm not overhyping this. Let's keep an eye on that Delta because it's almost down to the runway. I don't want to miss that. We do have a United that just pushed back as well. There's a United here. That's a triple. But thanks again, Vegas Joe. So, Ronald with Wings says, greetings, everyone. Well, greetings back to you. Hope you're doing well today. It's been with us for 2 months at the 321 mainland traveler level. Thank you very much for your support. So Ian Lane 1960 didn't change much either. That's good. So Ian Lane's coming with a one gifted membership. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Get someone else in the members club. Let's see. My computer is being a little slow to tell me who that is. It's like MJ 6105. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong one. Billy Farrar, I think that is. My screen's kind of small, so hopefully I got that right. But thank you very much, Ian. I really appreciate that. We have one more gifted membership. Thank you very much. See, H Dot is easy too. See, that's a good one. I will always know H Dot's little icon there, her little logo there. That's okay. Let's get Delta. Okay, we'll come back. H Dot. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So that Delta was heading off to LAX. LA with the extra X. So this one is actually MJ. So MJ, please join me in thanking H Dot. I always wonder. This is gonna make me wonder about the numbers. I always stare at numbers for some reason, especially numbers on license plates to find patterns. And I'm gonna start wondering what the numbers in people's names mean now. If they're just randomly assigned numbers, or maybe H Dot was born in 1864 and she's like 168 years old or something. But no, probably not. Probably not 1864. But thank you very much to H Dot. Appreciate it. So this United here is heading off to SFO. Our next arrival, though, is another visit from our good friend, the Qantas One World livery. It seems to be exclusive here. It's coming in from Melbourne. Yeah, let me now that music stopped, let me turn on the other mic. What did I miss? All right. And now that the music has finally stopped, so I can turn up the volumes on those a little bit, and maybe turn on the second mic. But Rainbow Love 72 has also gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Rainbow Love. Does it have Stitch? Oh, it's Stitch in the icon today. How many times can you change your icon? Do they limit that too? I know they limited changing your name to twice every 14 days or something like that, but how often do they let you change your icon? Every once in a while too? But thank you very much, Rainbow Love. Let's figure out who was the recipient of that. Oh, it won't let me scroll back that far. No. Sorry, Rainbow Love. I don't know who the recipient of that was. Well, it's still you still have the H dot in it, so that's good. Ah, Full Metal Dragon got her name, full name. Hello. But some of these, it's going to take me a little while. Hot Stud Bear has been with us for a year. Oh, I think I know who that is. The things you learn about your mods when the names change. Okay. I see Jane's things, but let me hook up the microphones because I keep stalling on that. So let me hook up the second microphone up. I think the music is either low enough now or I can't hear it, so. Hopefully I didn't introduce too much wind noise. This is the microphone for the ambient noise. Let me get that out of the wind to see if that'll help. Because I'm sure a lot of you are like me. The thing they teach you, of course I say teach, I've never taken a video production class, so I don't know for sure. But I've always heard the audio is more important than the video. And I find in my case that to be very true. I will sit through a stream that has terrible video, but I will not sit through a stream that has terrible audio. Okay, where is United? I don't want to miss United. Okay, it's not quite down to the end of the runway yet. Okay. The numbers are randomly picked by YouTube. Oh, okay. So H dot is not 168 years old then. Okay. Now, I tell you, hot stud bear, you better keep that. That has to stay. There's no changing that. I'm forbidding that change. So our good friend and moderator, whose name didn't change that much, Jane Chu 166, has been with us at the 330 level. Thank you very much, Jane, for 5 months. She gets that wide body comfort. But thank you very much, Jane. Thanks for all you do for the channel. Thanks for the interesting comments in the mod group chat. Sometimes I have to Google what they mean, but thank you. I'm having a good time today already. I must have slept really well. So, Jane has also gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership. Unfortunately, my screen is too small to tell what that is, so. But thank you very much, Jane. I really appreciate it. And the hot stud bear. A little devil action going with the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, hot stud bear. Thank you very much for all you do for the channel. Appreciate all your input. And I saw this and my jaw dropped and I had to get some other things out of the way first, but Steve the Farmer, his name changed to Steve the Farmer. But thank you very much, Steve. Steve has gifted 50 Reverse Ops memberships. That is amazing. I sincerely, I'm going to go on camera for this because I sincerely appreciate all your support, Steve. I really do. It's not just lip service. It really does help the channel. And I am blown away by your generosity. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. 50 new members. Oh, really? So I can't go through all 50 names because, frankly, I can't see them all. My screen is too small. But thank you very much, Steve. I should make that the big channel announcement. Big channel announcement is how awesome Steve is. Thank you very much. Oh. So this is United 373, I believe, heading off to SFO. Now that's the way to go to cross the Pacific. One of these little 373s. Nice big 777. Anybody know how the overhead compartments on the United 777s are? There's a lot of them. They run out of space quick. Anybody know? That might be a hint. Yeah. Need to find out how big I'm worried about boarding last on a United flight. So our good friend Stephen Kennedy, who I don't think name changed at all. I think it was always Stephen Kennedy. That's good. Says thanks for a great stream. Well, thank you for being here, and thanks for being a longtime member of the 321 level. I really appreciate it. Yes, Rainbow Love. That and the other thing. Oh, is Fly SSC1 here? Oh. Hello, Fly SSC1. Oh, yeah, she's got a... I see her there. Hope you're doing well. Long time no talk. And I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I really don't. You've left me speechless, Steve. Thank you very much. $100 super chat. That is amazing. So amazing. I missed the rue, but we'll survive. Thank you very much, Steve. I like I said, you've left me speechless, which is kind of hard actually to do. But thank you very much, Steve. So Steve is, I believe Steve's well over 200 gifted memberships this year. And $100 super chat. I am blown away, Steve. Thank you very much. Says, you're welcome. Aloha from Kona. Oh, you're Kona, my favorite island. If you would have asked me like 3 months ago, maybe a little longer than that, the major channel announcement would have been us going to the Big Island, but that kind of changed, unfortunately. We had planned to go to the Big Island, but it's so expensive over there, Steve. I'm sure you're well aware. The rooms and cars and even the flights were expensive. But so we had to do a little change to our surprise, which honestly is not going to save any money. But thank you very much, Steve. I am blown away, Steve. I'm just so blown away. Thank you very much. Alright, so we have a FedEx triple that's overhead. That'll be coming, looks like it's heading for 8 left here in a second. We also have a 717 heading off to Hilo that is heading down towards the end of the runway. So I'm curious, Steve, do you live in Hilo, or Kona, or are you just there visiting? Okay, I'm gonna switch to this real quick. Say hi to Kath. Hello, Kath. Enjoyed every minute. 5 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much. Okay, Rebel from the waist down. Okay, now you guys are just messing with me. We're gonna have to get some PG rated usernames here soon. Okay, so that one off to Hilo is coming this way, so hopefully my tripod's adjusted correctly. It's always an adventure, the first one. Oh, I think I'm a one notch off. Yeah, I'm one notch off on the, hold on. Sorry, I'm one notch off on the tripod. I have to go. Okay, let's see if that works. That should work next time. Okay. No, that's still. See, if I was smart. Oh yeah, that should work. Okay. If I was smart, I would mark that every time, but I don't. I just guess. Alright, so let's go a little wider. Okay. Back this way. I got Kathy in the house. Hello, Kathy. You'll be banned on one and shunned on the other. You'd be banned on one and shunned on the other. So if you're on the mobile app, I think it's pretty easy. I think you just go to your profile and then click on your name. Let me make sure. There's if you're on the Discord channel, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so if you're on the Discord channel, Rainbow Love, I think, posted the instructions on how to change it in there. And I'm trying to look them up real quick, because... Alright, now they're not coming up for me. Okay, sorry about that. They're not coming up for me now, so I apologize for that. But I know if you're on the Studio app, you just click on your icon. But if you're on the regular YouTube app, I think it's something different. Okay. Oh, O'Malley lost his duck. So if anybody sees O'Malley's duck, can we, we'll have to print up a poster. O'Malley's good at whipping up posters. We'll have to find a lost duck poster. We'll make a lost duck and a lost rabbit. So this is Aloha Air Cargo. It's coming in from Lehue. Yeah, when I created this channel, I was really surprised that reverse ops was available not only here, but also on Instagram. I couldn't get it on Twitter. Somebody who hadn't tweeted in like 6 years had it. I thought about emailing them to see if I could get it from them, but I never really post on Twitter anyway, so, or X, sorry, X. So our next one coming in on the, behind this Aloha Air Cargo is a Queen. It is coming in from Louisville. Alright, they got a Hawaiian coming up right behind this Queen here. It's departing. So now we'll get another shot to see how my pan on the departures goes. I think I have it right. Let's see when it starts to roll here. Okay, let's go over to the 717. We'll see if we got my pan right. Not the smoothest in the world, but not too bad either. This one here is that FedEx triple I talked about going overhead a few minutes ago. You know, nice little, not a lot of heat haze today, so this morning, so we can go a little zooming in on it a little bit. So I believe I said this was coming in from Louisville, correct? I think that's what I said. Alright, so let's see here. I thought I had the PayPal donations fixed where they would show up on the screen, but apparently either I missed it or it's still broken. So, but our good friend Mason D. Chung is coming with a $25 PayPal donation. Thank you very much, Mason. I really appreciate it. Oh, Memphis. Thank you, Ian. Louisville's the other one. I apologize, FedEx. It will not happen again. It might happen again. So we're about an hour and a half from the overhyped, possibly overhyped, major channel announcement. Hopefully it's not overhyped. Yeah. Rebel with the V. Okay, I'm just going to call you Rebel. I heard they're changing their strategy. FedEx is changing their shipping strategy. The article I read kind of ran in circles. It just said the same thing. It's one of those probably an AI generated article that just said the same thing over and over. But it was talking about them changing their shipping strategy to premium international shipping, and it didn't make any sense to me. Oh. So it didn't make any sense to me, but... Oh, are those the instructions, Rainbow Love? I think the Rainbow Love, just put the instructions on how to change your name. You and me both, legalized Shemp. Got a hankering for some Pop-Tarts. Louisville was the. I knew I was kind of close. Louisville was the UPS before it, so I was just a minute or two delayed. But I don't think. I wonder if that raises an interesting question. I wonder how many FedEx planes go to Louisville. If it's like completely dominated by UPS. Because I went to Memphis once a couple of years ago. We drove by the airport. I didn't get it. Well, I was on a business trip, so we didn't get I didn't get the time to go plane spotting or anything. And all I saw was FedEx planes. It was just lines and lines of them. Ah, now I know what the F stands for. Hello, Rich. Oh, it's a personal beef with them. Okay. Yeah, but it was something. Didn't they lose the United States Postal Service contract? Or they didn't get renewed or something? And so they're going to focus on premium international shipping, which seems like they were doing anyway. That Hawaiian was heading off to see. Oh, was heading off to see Steve in Kailua Kona. If we can get, they're actually running a special this month. I saw it on, or Mrs. Reverse Op saw it on an ad on Facebook. They're running a special this month. So if we can get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the month, it'll be a lot cheaper for me to do it. I think it's half off by the end of the month, which is only like 2 days. So if you don't know what Mick T is talking about, I put my big foot in my mouth a couple of months ago and promised to. There's a company out here called Trident where they do a Navy SEAL experience, and they'll let you jump out of a helicopter into the bay over here to the left. And I stuck my big foot in my mouth and said if we get to 100,000 subscribers, I would do that. So if you want to see me, this guy right here, if you want to see me, the fall risk, if you want to see me jump out of a helicopter on a live stream, hit that subscribe button. See if we can get there. I think everybody took Saturday off. Jeez. I was all excited. I saw Air New Zealand on the flight radar, and it's going to pass over us, not come to us. It's heading off to Vancouver. Oh, the A321 stitch delivery. Cool. That coming up soon. I like that. That's my favorite of the three. Ooh, 217 likes already. Thanks, everybody. That's my favorite of the three. If you haven't seen all of them, there's three Lilo and Stitch liveries on some of the Hawaiian planes. There's one on the 330. There's one on the 321, as Ian said, and then there's one on a 717. The 717 is kind of cute. It's a Stitch throwing the shaka on the side of the plane. If you don't know what a shaka is, shaka is just the hang loose shaka. But it's Stitch throwing the shaka on the side of the plane. And on the 321, which we're going to see here in a bit, it's Stitch writing graffiti down the side of the plane. And on the 330, it's Stitch with a hibiscus flower in its ear on the side of the plane. And if you collect scale models of airplanes, Hawaiian Airlines on Stitch Day the other day, Thursday was Stitch Day, it was 626. They released a 1/200 scale model of the 330 Stitch plane. That you can buy off their website. So Mrs. Reverse Ops picked me up one. We got Sydney at 34L back. No, I didn't get that, Kelvin. Oh, Kelvin Higa's name is close to his other name. I did not get one of those. That sounds like a scam to me, though. Of course, I believe the whole DMV is a scam, so. That one's heading off to Maui. Let's see if we can. Ever tinkering with this thing. Okay. Wait, okay. Oh, that didn't work. Let's, yeah. My problem with the DMV, and a lot of that in general, is they nickel and dime you for everything. Everything. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy to do anything. They make you go down there and wait in line. And then everything's a scam. So I got a couple of examples of that. I have personalized plates on one of my cars, and I wanted to switch them off a car onto another car because I was going to put that car in storage while I worked on it. Long story. And And so I call up the DMV. I said, how much is it to do a plate transfer from one vehicle to the other? He said, $5. I said, oh, that's pretty reasonable. I'll come in and do it. So I went in with I looked at my wallet, and I had $5 cash, and this was a long time ago when they only took cash or check. And I said, oh, I conveniently have $5 in my wallet. So I went in there to do the plate transfer, and the guy said it'll be $10. And I was like, they told me $5 on the phone. He goes, oh yeah, it's $5 for each plate. So you had to pay $5 to switch a plate from one car to the other, and then $5 to switch the other plate back to the first one. And they have I'm sure most of the most places have a safety inspection check on your car. Make sure your lights are working, your brakes are working, like that. That's a giant scam too. The last time I had an inspection on my car, I never even got out of the car. The guy just looked at the lights and trusted me that the brakes worked. How is that a safety inspection? Just say, oh yeah, my brakes work. I stopped in here, didn't I? And so on that safety check, they just passed a law this year that they have to take a picture of your odometer to document the miles that you're driving. Because they're going to introduce a road usage tax. Right now it's just for electric cars because electric cars don't pay the gas tax. But they're going to introduce a road usage car thing. So they want to take a picture of your odometer. Well, they raised the price of the safety check by 75 cents to just for paying for you're paying extra to have that picture of your license plate taken that they're going to tax you on anyway. And right now it's just for electric cars, but because they don't pay the gas tax to fix the roads. But by 2030, it's going to be on every car, gas or electric, is going to pay a usage charge of $50 a year or 8 cents a mile. I think it's 8 cents a mile. But they haven't talked about getting rid of the gas tax. So if they don't get rid of the gas tax and I'm paying a road usage tax, you're double taxing me. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm done. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on that rant. It just I got hit. It just poked me. It just annoys me when they do that. It's not right. This is the slowest Saturday I've seen in forever. Everybody take the day off. Oh, Heath Shelton has come back to us at the 717 level. It says new member there, but that's a little glitch in the system. Yeah, Heath has been with us before. Thank you very much. Back to the comfort of the 717. Somebody be by with your pog drink soon. Thank you very much, Heath. Our good friend Scott, 808 Scott, or Scott Rowland. Off to work. Much mahalos, Patrick. Well, quite welcome, and thank you very much for the $2. I really appreciate that. Have a good day at work. Hope everything goes smoothly for you at work today. I actually have to go to work later today too. That's just reminded me. I have to go to work after the show today for a couple hours, and then a couple more hours tomorrow. It's the wonderful life of an IT guy. You have to do your updates when nobody else is there. So we have to update some servers, and you have to do it when nobody else is there, or at least less people are there. So hopefully, ooh, we crossed 5,800. Thanks, Andrew. Oh, that's got to be rough, Eham. You pay to park in front of your own place. They have a couple of places like that in some of the more crowded neighborhoods. They issue permits, but I don't know if you have to pay for the permit or you just get it because you live there. I know there's some neighborhoods that have before they had a lot of regulation on things, built these things they call monster homes, where they have like, it's a space of a regular house, but it's got like 6 apartments in it now. And so a ton of people live in these neighborhoods, and they had to introduce these permits because nobody could find any place to park. But I don't know if you have to pay for those or not. That's the dream, still good enough. That's the dream. Hopefully, by the time I retire, I'm not old enough to too old to do anything, though. $200 a year just to park at your own place. Holy cow. Ooh. Ouch. I hope they're doing okay. Attacked by a dog. I hope they're doing okay, McT. 3 months in a hospital. Jeez. All right, next one coming in is another 717. It's coming in from Maui. It's Hawaiian Flight 135 is next for arrival. Over here somewhere. Oops, sorry about that. It was not an earthquake. That was me tightening a knob. No comments, Jane. That is the 717 coming in. That's rough, Eham. Luckily, I have a place to park my car every day. It would drive me insane if I had to drive around looking for a space every day. I know there's a lot of people who like live in Waikiki, and their apartment complex has 0 parking. It's not even like they don't have a space at their complex. Their complex just doesn't have parking. So you gotta... need to switch that for that. So this plane right here is a Hawaiian 321. It's heading off to Portland with the extra X. Yeah, still good enough. You gotta watch those street cleaning days too. We have a neighbor who has a garage and a driveway and still parks all his cars in the street. Doesn't park any of his cars in his garage or his driveway. And it looks like that 321 is going to head all the way down to the reef runway. Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11 tow time. That just seems annoying. Does anybody here, anybody in the chat, live on Kauai? In Lehue specifically? I heard the F-22s paid you guys a visit the other day. I'm not sure if they landed at Lehue Airport or they just did a flyby of Lehue Airport, but I heard they were there. Christine, maybe. I'm not sure yet on the road trip. I gotta be at work at 11 today. So that kind of cuts the show a little short. So we'll have to see where we are when we're closer to 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's if we drive all the way down there, we're only down there for 10 minutes. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, well, after the second Honu, we'll make a decision. It really depends on where the queens are. If we can get some queen departures, we'll head down there for a little bit. If it doesn't look like any queens are going out, we might not. Well, this is the southwest here. I wonder if that would help. It's coming in from Maui. Looks like we have a large gray thing down there. Go girl, go girl. It's okay. I'm talking to Mrs. Reverse Ops. It's fine. Not yet, Heath. 9 o'clock. So just about an hour to go. What is going on with my... Oh, there it is. See, there's the gray thing I was talking about. That looks like not an American plane. Who is that? We'll figure that out after the 321 that I already kind of missed. Just trying to see what that gray thing is. So the... Singapore. That's a A330. That's a... Is that an MRTT? Is that what that is? It's a Singapore Airlines. Hopefully, Mick T, she didn't hear that part of the show. That right there should be the Majuro flight. Yes, it is. That's heading off to Majuro. That'll go down to the reef runway. Behind that, we have a Hawaiian flight 10. That's heading off to LA with the extra X. So that Hawaiian flight should be over here somewhere. There it is. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. I missed those F-16s. Really bummed about that. Oh well, there'll be more. Maybe not those, but... Hello, Frank. Thanks for stopping by. So today I just have to go. Ben's asking about my work shift. Today is a odd day. I don't usually work on Saturdays. I just have to go in and start the upgrade of some servers. So today is going to be probably 3 hours, so probably 11-ish to 2. And then I got to go back in tomorrow to finish up the upgrade, and that'll be probably 9:30 to 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So not horrible, but not exactly what I wanted to do. But it has to be done. It's one of those things that has to be done, so I got to do it. My normal schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 6-ish. And then on the stream days, I do 10:30 to 7. So they let me. My boss is really cool and lets me come in a little bit later on the 2 stream days during the week. So I just stay a little later to make up the time and cover that end of the day. So okay, that MRTT is moving, so it should be by the trees right about now. There it is. It's a pretty aggressive bank for a 330. Must be late. Alright, so we're gonna hang this side a little bit because the Majuro one should be rolling any second now. We're gonna it should be rolling. There it is. It's rolling. Ooh, I forgot about something. I'm gonna show you guys something here in a second. August 2nd. What day of the week is that, Ben? So if you've never seen this flight before, this is I believe it's a daily flight, almost daily, if not daily flight from here to Majuro. That's an island hopper. It's gonna go through, next one is Hawaiian Flight 10. It'll go through Majuro, Chuuk, Kwajalein, one other place that I can't think of off the top of my head, and then it'll end up in Guam and then come back. So because a lot of those places that's heading in between there do not have the facilities to maintain a 737. They bring a lot of spare parts and a mechanic with them. And I believe they bring up extra flight crew too as well, just in case. So if you're interested in that flight, there's an episode of the show Expedition Unknown, where the host of the show takes that flight from here to go off to Chuuk in Micronesia. Or is it Micronesia or the Marshall Islands? Micronesia, I think. And he talks a lot of, it does go on a good little 5-minute bit on that. If it's Saturday before probably noon, Ben, there's a very good chance. Saturday afternoon, it's probably there's a chance, but not 100% chance. I'm having all kinds of trouble with my pan bar handle today. I don't know what the deal is. It's just giving me all kinds of trouble. Like nighttime. Oh, well, usually I don't do night streams, but that's going up again. What is going on here? We might have to make a emergency pan bar handle switch. Yes, that's the one. Expedition Unknown. There's an episode where he goes to look for a dive bomber, an American dive bomber that crashed in Chuuk, and he takes that flight out there. Is that one coming in that we just saw? Came in from... Okay, flight radar, don't tell me. See if I care. It came in from Lehue. This one going out is heading off to Kailua Kona. Ooh, reach 091. Kidding me? Come on! I'm gonna have to throw this pan bar handle away. It's just more trouble than it's worth. More trouble than it's worth. Ooh, 25 minutes out. Thanks, Ian. Oh, Ian Lane is now Ian Lane again. No numbers. Ben, every once in a while, but in fact, we might do one next week, but usually the only days I can really do night streams are Saturday and Sunday, and it's dead. Or I mean, you think this is dead right now? There's dead. Saturday and Sunday nights are usually around sunset are usually pretty dead. So it's we don't usually do them. We might do one next Friday is 4th of July. And we might do a stream next Friday night. It would be late afternoon, early evening, so ending probably around 8:30 or so. Okay, that's what that's supposed to look like. I don't know why I couldn't get it to do that the last 6 times. The show you guys here a little. So here. So here is my rig to get it. It's up this high to get it over the fence at the other end. We don't need it really this high on this end, but I keep it this high over here because if we do a road trip in the middle of the show, it's a lot easier to reposition it for the other end. But the problem I have is when the planes go overhead, it's good till about right here, and then sometime in here, I know this is a lot of inside baseball here, you're pushing down to get it to go up, and you're pushing over to follow the plane, and there's a point in there where those two angles don't want to play nice together, so it just kind of ugh. So that's what I got to deal with. So it's the never-ending. The good thing is it keeps me on my toes. I'm always looking for a better way to do it. So what time is Air Canada on 4th of July? Would it be unpatriotic of me to watch Air Canada on 4th of July? Look at that. I think I found the right angle on the pan bar. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's what I've been trying to do all morning right there. I need to mark where that is with I don't have a Sharpie. Enoch Spector. That is, I hope I got that right. Says we watch the Reef Runway from Kaka'ako every morning and weekends. Great to be part of Reverse Ops. Thank you for being here and thanks for the super chat. I'd love to have that view. I really envy your view. That'd be something cool to wake up to every day, just to stare down the Reef Runway. So if you guys aren't familiar, Kaka'ako is, if you follow the Reef Runway straight out, it's pretty much right there when it hits the other side, on the other side of Sand Island. So you must have a great view. And from there, most of the planes will depart and then bank, not really over your head, but out over the water in front of you. So it must be, you get a good view out there. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. And thank you again for the super chat. Got two-time 500 winner. Says hello, Patrick. Been around for a bit. Please put this towards the new pan bar handle or the future remote camera fund. That is a dream of mine. I don't know if I'm going to go full on AVL. That seems like having his remote cameras. That seems like seems like a lot of work. And we don't have a hotel sitting right behind me to put it on, but I'd love to have a second remote camera someday. But thank you very much. I really appreciate the $20 super chat. Thanks for being here. Have you guys ever watched Only Planes Network out of Brisbane? They have a really good remote camera set up. They have it's two guys who run the channel, and one of them is usually up in the parking garage, and one of them is down in the plane spotting area, so they can switch between the two views. I'll tell you what, of all the plane spotting channels I've watched, I haven't watched every one of them. So if you have one that's your favorite, and I didn't see it, I apologize. But the two guys down there at Only Planes Network, it is the most professional looking package. AVL is very nice. They have a lot of their picture looks awesome. Think Planes has an incredible picture. Their picture looks so good, but they don't do any graphics. The Only Planes Network, their graphic package is second to none. It looks so good. But thank you very much again. I really appreciate the super chat. I will put that in that fund. One of these days I'll have one. Oh, sorry, Sydney. I didn't mean to step on the other Brisbane streamer. They don't stream at the same time though, so usually they don't stream at the same time. So you can watch both. Oh, man. Alright, this is Hawaiian Flight 10 heading off to LA with the Extra X. But Julia Flights, I do watch a lot of Julia Flights. Julia Flights is often more on my schedule. Because she does more day shows in Brisbane, and the Only Planes Network guys do night shows. Still good enough. I think that's kind of what they're going for with that name. Yeah. But that's just a guess on my part. Yeah, Julia Flights usually works out more with my schedule to watch, but they do share an airport. Yeah, Mick T. I think that's definitely what he uses as a Sony A1, and that's an impressive camera that also comes with a very impressive price tag. And Manchester, you get to be really close. I've been to where he streams from, and you're pretty close. I mean, you're pretty close there, and the weather as bad as it is better for plane spotting, I think, sometimes, because it's cooler and you don't get the heat haze. So that really helps with his picture too, is he doesn't have the heat haze problem that we have here. Because as you can see by this shot here, this is, I mean, it's still 8 in the morning and it looks like a mirage down there. After about 11, it'll look like you're looking through stained glass down there. Ooh, we have a C-17 lit up a Hickam. Thanks, John. Oh, the other John. John Bingham. Have fun at the beach. Hopefully I didn't miss you there. Oh, Airliners Live. Yeah, they're another one. They're another one that have multiple camera angles. I believe they do a members only across the other side of the runway camera every once in a while. I think that's them. Hello, Miss Paula Day. Yeah, there's a lot of, man. There's in fact, I just came across another one that I didn't realize was a channel, and I can't remember their name, but I came across another one at Manchester. I also like Simon Lowell Aviation. He does a. Probably shouldn't be here promoting other channels. It's probably not business 101. You don't hear Pepsi talking about how great Coke is, so maybe I should stop. But Simon Lowell, he's got the best 2-camera pan setup in the business, I think. He's got 2 cameras on the tripod, and he'll go, instead of zooming, he'll switch from one wide angle to the other. And he does these awesome smooth pans and then switches the cameras halfway through. It's really cool. But the one thing we have here that none of those people have there is F-22s. So if you want F-22s, you gotta come here. So. Oh, that's very nice. I'm a big fan of Big Jet TV. I spent the other afternoon watching him build a deck for his van. I didn't think that's what I'd end up doing with my afternoon, but I sat there and watched him build a deck on his van. Alright, so heading down the other side is a... Oh, we might get it here. Are we going to get it here? Nah, it's going to go down the other side. Is a 757. How's the overhead? If you're in basic economy, how's the overhead bin space in a 757 United? Oh, thank you. Look at that, see? Thank you. Road parking, we're about half an hour away from the announcement. 9 o'clock. We're going to wait till after the first A380 gets here, which should be very soon, actually. In fact, yeah, it's actually really soon. It's sooner than I thought. The A380 is next for arrival, so I can see it in the distance. But 9 o'clock, we're going to do the announcement. All right, let's see if we can get that A380. There it is. Sorry about the little bouncy shot. It's getting a little windier now that we're getting later in the day. The wind is supposed to just pick up as the day goes on, so we might pop away from the super zoom just to make it a little steadier. Ah, hello, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. It's good meeting you. Well, you're jumping the gun, Christine.
Southwest 69 to Citation 508 left.
So I don't know why after all this time I just thought about this, but ANA they only have 3 of the A380s and they only fly here. So only a certain percentage, I would bet, of their pilots are certified to fly the A380s. So I wonder how often the same pilot shows up here. Is it every 4 days? Because I'm sure he'll probably not fly out today. He'd probably fly out tomorrow. Then he'd have another day off, come back. So is he here twice a week, 3 times a week? Or do they have enough where he's here once a week? I wonder how that goes. Oh, we have Orford Pierce Aviation in the house. How are you? We have our good friend Maui Dave 74 gifting 5 Reverse Ops memberships. Thank you very much, Maui Dave. Really appreciate it. Hard to see. My screen is so small. They did something with the font on where it shows who got the memberships. Something changed in the last month and a half or so where they made the font for those names smaller than the regular font for me. So it's harder for me to read them now. I think that's Mick T, Josh, the Zane Explorer, Taza Burrow, and Tom. Please join me in thanking Maui Dave. The next one going out on the reef runway is at Alaska, heading off to Seattle. It's a 737 MAX 9. It is about halfway down the runway, so let's flip over there and get that. Thanks again, Maui Dave. So a little schedule news before we get to the big news. As I alluded to earlier today, the streams this week are going to change a little bit this next coming week. We're going to do Tuesday morning at our normal time. But Thursday, I have a follow-up with my surgeon to have him look up my nose to make sure the healing is going okay. So I can't do a stream on Thursday. So we're going to, since Friday is 4th of July here in the U.S., we're going to do, most likely we're going to do an evening stream, or afternoon, early evening stream on Friday night. Watch the sunset, watch some planes. I don't know if we'll see any fireworks, but we'll we'll see about that. Usually, it's not a big firework event here on 4th of July. That usually they save that for New Year's Eve. They used to have a professional show down in Waikiki that we probably could have caught from here, but I'm not sure if it's going on this year or not. I'll look that up before next Friday, though. So I'm going to put out a schedule tomorrow. So be sure to check the post section of YouTube and Instagram for that, so you'll know when the shows are coming up. Hello, Joshua. Good to see you. Joshua Leclerc in the house. Live stream. I don't know. That would be. I don't know. I'm sure we could see them from here. Let's see. I'll have to look, because from right here I probably couldn't see them, but from the other end I might be able to see them. But that's interesting. I didn't think if they're doing a. Usually they do Friday night fireworks at the Hilton Hawaiian Village, but I was thinking more. I wasn't thinking about those. I was thinking about regular 4th of July fireworks. So I'll have to look into that, see if they're still doing it on that night. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, there is one at Magic Island this year? Okay, thank you. We can definitely see Magic Island from here. Well, not from like where I'm standing, but from the other end. Well, that reminds me, I wanted to show you a couple things. Look at this. I came up with a few new things. Look at this. Full screen map. Look at that. Oh, my clock's a little wonky. But other than that, the full screen map. And I can do things like this. Look at this. I can do things like this. I can show you right where we're at. We're right about here. Yeah, right about there. That's about where we are right now. This is the reef runway down here at the bottom. This is the reef runway here. This is where all the departures are happening. This is 8 left right here. That's the runway we're looking right at. Hickam is over here. This is all Hickam over here. And then the terminal buildings are up here. I also have, we could also do this. Oh, maybe not that. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Why does Flight Radar continuously ask for my permission? No, I don't want you to have. I don't want you to steal my data. Okay, now we can pull Flight Radar up full screen here. Look at this. So you can see what you're probably looking at home already. So you can see exactly what I see when I'm looking at my Flight Radar. So you can see we have a couple of smaller planes lit up, and then we have that one Hawaiian that just came in. That came in from Tokyo. So we have a very slow activity on the airfield right now. So we're getting close. It'll probably pick up right when I want to do the announcement, though. That's the sad part. So now I can flip over to Flight Radar anytime I want to show you guys something, and I can go back and I thought I could. Okay, Then I can circle stuff. Look at that. On flight radar. See? When other people are doing stuff productive, hanging out with their friends, I'm hunched over a little screen trying to figure out how to circle planes on flight radar for my stream. It's annoying, O'Malley. Almost every time I open flight radar, it asks me, hey, do you want me to steal your data? Hey, do you want me to steal your data? So every month we have a competition on our Facebook group. I have a Facebook page for reverse ops, but then there's also a group that lets you guys easily chat between yourselves and chat with other members and we have every month we have a banner competition, and our good friend Stephen Kennedy is the winner this week, so their photo will be up as the banner on the Facebook group all month long. We'll do this again. We'll do this again for this coming month. So if you have a picture you're pretty proud of, you can head on over to the Reverse Ops Facebook group, and you can find a link to it here. So if you go to reverseops.com/findme and head over there and submit your photo. Steven's photo was a gorgeous picture of Air Force One landing. I'm assuming that's landing. I should have looked at it a little closer, but gorgeous picture of Air Force One. So congratulations, Steven. I believe I'm logged in. Let's go back to that and see. Oh yeah, I'm logged into the top right there. It's kind of annoying that it refreshes like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm logged in. I even pay them. Not a lot of money, but I still paid. Uh, 11 might be pushing it for the Stitch plane. I do have to be at work today, unfortunately. I don't usually work on Saturdays, and we usually go a little longer, but I gotta update some servers today, so I don't think I'm gonna be here at 11. We have Keith in the house. Hello, Keith. Did Keith keep his name, or is it something weird? Ah, no, Keith kept his name. Keith Cornell. There we go. Alright, so we're about 9 minutes, or a little less than 9 minutes away, 8 minutes away from the major channel announcement. So I'm going to take this time to get something ready. Well, actually, I'm just going to get a drink of water. That's really all I'm going to do, because I'm going to be talking a bit, and I don't want to get all dry mouth. So I'm going to get a drink of water. Nothing exciting coming in right now, so you're not going to miss anything. Just have a chat while I get a drink of water and look at the Honu. I'll be right back, and then we'll get to that announcement.
Good morning, Hawaiian 124, West Charlotte, Digital 8 left. Hawaiian 124, call service, 8 left, first land, hold short of runway 4 left, landing, with a 160, Alright, Hawaiian 124, go to land, runway 8 left, hold short, runway 4 left, this way. Copy, 3238, turn up the kilo cross, runway 8 left, traffic line, runway 4 left, is restricted, and contact ground. Left, kilo, cleared across 4 left, cleared across 8 left, 4 left, left, 30. Our swing 70 Pop-Tarts traveling north of. Alright, clear to land for swing 70 Pop-Tarts. November 9 Mike Echo 180 is approved. Turn left at Delta, hold short of runway 4 right, departing ground. November 9 Mike Echo, cross turn left 4 to Delta, contact ground.
Alright, I'm back. So the next one coming in is a Hawaiian coming in from Lehue. Give a shout out to Travis, who's behind me, a plane spotter. He's wearing one of my shirts today. Very nice. Maui Dave, no, but if you know a guy, let me know. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this a little wide because of the heat haze right now. With these tiny planes, they kind of just melt if you get too close. I'm still waiting for them to put a dome over the airport and air condition the whole thing. Ooh. I didn't miss that, did I? I hope not. Ooh. No, I think it's still over there. Oh, I think it's still over there. That's good. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that one. There's that C. You can see that C-130 on the bottom right of the screen next to the tail of the C-17. That Hawaiian's crossing right in front of it right now. So it looks like it's going to, most likely it'll head out to the reef runway when it goes out. It doesn't look like it's moving quite yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. If that goes out while we're blabbering on about my big announcement, well, I'll be sure to catch it. So about 6 months ago, we put this plan into action. Right after January, we started thinking about places because it became very apparent that none of the people we want to see touring, none of the bands we wanted to see were touring this year. So that left us open to figure out what we want to do. And right about now, I'm sure you're thinking, why does a plane spotter have a beer stein at 9 in the morning? Why would I have a beer stein at 9 in the morning? Especially a reverse ops rip-off logo beer stein. I wonder why I would have that. It's not just because it's a great way to hold a beverage. It's also because it's a giant hint So what do beer steins and Lufthansa have in common? Well, we're going to Germany, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do plane spotting Bavarian style. Usually I do my plane spotting Hawaiian style. We're going to do Bavarian style plane spotting. I don't know exactly what that means yet, but we're going to do it. We are going to Germany. We're going to do 3 cities, possibly 4. We're going to do live streams from 3 cities. As you see at the bottom there, we have Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich. We're going to do live streams at each of those airports. We're going to fly over on Lufthansa into Frankfurt and out of Frankfurt, because if we go in and out of Frankfurt, that lets me do something really cool. We get to leave here on a United 757, but then we jump on a Lufthansa A340-300. We go over to Frankfurt, and on the way back, we come back on one of these, a 747-800 or 8i, and then we come back on the Hawaii on a 777. But we get to ride a Lufthansa 340 and a Lufthansa 747. Oops, I forgot to fix Munich on this one. Oh well. There should be an H. We're not going to Munich. We're going to Munich, so there should be an H on there. I have a slight typo in the graphic, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. We got a couple months to figure that out because we're not leaving today. We're leaving in October. So we're going to take the 340-300 over there. We'll take the 747i 8i back, and we fly into Frankfurt, but we're going to go Frankfurt, and then we're going to do a show there. And then we're going to go to Berlin. We're going to do a show in Berlin, and then we're going to do a show in Munich. The wild card will not be announced yet. We might do another show at another stream, but I have to do some more research on that. But we're definitely doing the 3 cities, and what I need from you guys is a lot of help. Well, unfortunately, they don't fly the 500 or the 600 from LA to Frankfurt, so we're doing the 300. But I need your help, and I know I asked for a lot of stuff from you guys, but I need your help, because this is going to be very expensive. It's going to be a very expensive trip, and I know I'm bringing that on myself, but I'd like for you to help me bring my style of plane spotting from Germany to you. So we have launched... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, that's not what I wanted to do either. There we go. We have launched a Kickstarter. Oh, it looks like we already have one pledge there. Somebody found it early. So we have launched a Kickstarter to help. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. That guy made it down there. Started moving quicker. I thought I'd have time. Alright, so back to this. Oh, I have a shortened one. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, Rainbow Love, I have a shortened one too. I forgot to tell you guys, I have a shortened one there. Alright, so back to Kickstarter here. So, it's going to refresh on me. Come on, don't refresh on me. So as you probably understand, international travel is very expensive, and I need a little help, because if I go over there and I do streams and like 8 people show up, and I get no ad revenue. It's a lot of ways to nothing. I would never ask this for a trip to California or a trip to Dallas, but these international things have gotten really expensive, so I need some help. So it's not just straight up asking for money. The way Kickstarter works is you can read all the story and the stuff here. The way Kickstarter works is on a pledge system. So you pledge your money here on the right, and you get rewards for that. So there's a reward for you can get the beer steins, a sticker, a regular mug, or a t-shirt as a gift back for pledging some money. I know it's a lot of money for a t-shirt, but the big part is the donation. Right? So you can head over to reverseops.com/Kickstarter to read all this information in fine detail. There's also some stretch goals at the bottom here, which are interesting. If the Kickstarter makes it to a certain dollar amount, we'll unlock an extra show in each city. So once we make the initial goal of $2,500, pledges above that will count towards unlocking these stretch goals. So it could be up to 6 shows. We'll do 3 shows, base 3 shows, and then if we unlock the extra days, we'll do up to 6 shows with a possibility of a 7th show at another location. Ooh, we got some. Thank you very much. We got 2 backers already. Thank you. Live feedback here. Well, be a little hyperbole, Joe, with the 8 people showing up. But traditionally, my road shows haven't been as because it's a change in time and the way YouTube pushes stuff. They know I usually am on at this time of day, so they'll push my shows when they're at this time. When I do shows in LA or Dallas or London or wherever, I don't seem to get the same push from YouTube. So usually they're lower attended shows, not 8 people, but lower attended shows. So I know this is a bit of a gamble here. I know I hate making this all about money. I really do, because it's so much more than that to me. This is not a job. This is not a job I'm doing. This is not, I'm trying to scam you guys out of $1 to go run for the hills. I really love doing this. I love having you guys here. And I want you guys with me in Germany. But it's a lot of money. So the Kickstarter goal is $2,500, which is about a third of our budget for the whole trip. So I'm not asking you to pay for my vacation. I'm just asking you to help with the shows part of it. So the days we don't do anything besides the show, those days I'm not asking you to pay for me to go to a beer hall. So this is just to help with those days that we're going to be doing the shows. So I'd really, really appreciate it. Just check out that link I sent earlier. I'll post it in the thing again. There it is in the chat again. Read it up if you have it. Whatever you can give. There's a space on the top if you don't want to give as much as for the minimum reward, there is a space to give whatever you feel like you can give, $1 or $2 or whatever. Every little bit helps. If the way Kickstarter works is if I do not get pledges up to the $2,500 mark, I get nothing. So we got to really try hard to get that $2,500 so we can make this happen. The shows will be in October. We fly out on the 8th through LA, and then we come back on the 21st or the 22nd. I forget which one it is. I think it's the 21st. So hopefully, Oliver, I did think about flying Condor, and Condor would have been a little cheaper, but I really want to fly a 340. That's what it boils down to. I really want to go on a 340. So that's why we're doing Lufthansa. And Lufthansa lets me go on the 340 and the 747. So I hope you guys are with me on this. I hope I didn't go too far. I really want to make it work out. I really want to be able to bring you as many shows as we can from over there, because I know it'll be fun. So I hope that wasn't a too much of a letdown with the big channel announcement. Oh, O'Malley's going to be doing live shows from the Caribbean, apparently. But, oops, why isn't PatCam working? Oh, wait. All right. All right. Well, thanks for letting me do that. I hope it was a good announcement. I hope you guys are surprised. I've been keeping it under my hat for a long time because I have a thing about letting things out of the bag and then them not happening. So I want to make sure this was 100% going to happen before we let it out of the bag. I do want to pimp the mug. So if you notice, the mug has the cities on the back and the old Lufthansa logo with my logo and name in the front. I was surprised. I ordered one of these for myself. I wanted to test the quality before I put it out there. But these are, I'm really surprised with the mug. I mean, it doesn't have the metal top, but I'm really surprised how quality the mug is. So, and the other stuff, the other rewards have the old Lufthansa logo with my logo. Kind of hopefully I don't get sued for that, but we'll have to look out for that cease and desist letter. But thanks a lot, everyone. I wish I knew some German. I have to learn some German. But I'm looking forward to sausages on the street and Wiener Schnitzel, and should be a lot of fun. So that'll be in October. So we've got a long way to go before then. We'll do a lot more shows. So let's go back to the A380. There we go. Thanks, Sydney. The mug is not in the store. All the stuff is Kickstarter exclusive merchandise. So if you like the shirt or the other mug or this mug, those are all exclusive to Kickstarter. That design it'll only appear on Kickstarter. Well, O'Malley, I'll be in Innsbruck. Does that count? Yeah, we're gonna make at least a day trip down to Innsbruck from Munich. Where did he go? He's out there somewhere. What is going on? There's a Reach coming down Juliet. I don't see him yet, though. I don't know what he is yet. Richard, you're not actually paying $250 for a beer stein. You're getting a beer stein in a reward for donating $250 to the trip. So you're not technically, it's a reward for the pledge. It's not really buying a beer stein. The items in there are basically just a thank you for pledging towards the Kickstarter. Yes, I'll be adding the Kickstarter to my Find Me page later today. I didn't want to accidentally hit it and give away the secret too early. So Richard brings up a very good point. I know you look at that and you think $250 for a beer stein or $150 for a T-shirt. It's a lot of money, and I understand that. I don't take that lightly. But the items in the Kickstarter are basically a thank you for pledging that much money. So so it's not like you're buying a T-shirt. So if you'd like to support and buy a T-shirt, I have T-shirts in the shop. There's no Germany ones there, but there are T-shirts available that are in the much lower price. But the items are there as a thank you for pledging. You're not really buying the T-shirt. Exactly. It's like getting a tote bag from PBS. So that is Reach 91 heading out to the reef runway. It's a KC-46. It does have a 321 Hawaiian in front of it, so we'll keep an eye out for those two on the reef runway. So I have a lot of stuff to learn about Germany. I've never been to Germany. When I was a kid, I went to my mom took me and my sisters to Europe. We did a bus tour of the continent of Europe, but we never made it through Germany. We went through France and then Italy and then back up through Switzerland and Austria and then back to France. So we never made it over to... I've never been to Germany, so I'm really excited about this. The one you just saw is a US KC-46. I don't see another Singapore yet. Oh. What were you standing there for, Kevin? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do a little PBS style pledge drive. But I don't want to... I was really nervous about the Kickstarter originally. I think it's a great way to do this. I think it's a... I hope you all agree. If I was one of the larger channels, I wouldn't do this. and I would never do this for something like a trip to California or something, but when you go to Europe from here, it adds such a huge cost because you're adding the extra leg of Hawaii in there, so it just makes it extremely expensive. So somebody asked me what time the streams are going to be. Legalized Shemp did. Mostly, I'm not sure. I think Germany is 12 hours off. Correct? Is it 12 hours from here? So it would be 9:30 at night. There now. What time is it in Berlin? Okay, so it's exactly 12 hours off, so that'll make it very easy. Hopefully, of course, it might change by then, so we'll have to figure it out. I don't know if they do daylight savings or not. Oh, here's the Stitch plane. This is the 321 with the Stitch livery. If you can see, it's got graffiti down the side, and there's Stitch with a paintbrush in his mouth in the back. It's a little heat hazy to see that. Ooh, the wind is killing me here today. I was roughly looking at some of the flight schedules for the 3 airports. I haven't done a big in-depth dive into it yet. I'll do that when it gets closer to make sure things don't change. But it looks like I'll be doing most likely 9 to noon, between 9 and noon, so like 8 to 1 or 9 to 2, somewhere in that range for morning shows, and then the sun sets at 6:30, so most likely 3 or 4 till 7 or 8, depending on how much ambient light the airport has. So and if all the stretch goals are met and we do end up doing 2 shows from each airport, one will be a morning show, one will be an afternoon show. End of October, that'll be good. So it'll be 12 hours. Oh, that's very easy to figure out. Even I can figure that out. 12 hours off. All right. Is it 5 p.m.? I thought I Googled that. October. I thought it was 6:30. Sun. Oh, shoot. KC-46 is going out. Let's see. Alright, according to Google, the day we get there, the sun is setting at 6:25 p.m. And the day we leave, it'll be 5:56. So about a half an hour swing in 2 weeks. So we'll see. Wow. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. So this, the only thing I forgot to mention is this thing runs for 30 days. So the last day, it'll end about 9:45 Hawaii time on the 27th, I believe, of July. This is Japan Airlines, a 76 coming in from Tokyo. Did you do that? We got here just after we finished. So did you do the big announcement is oops. We're going to Germany. We're doing some plane spotting from Germany. That's the big announcement. And we've also launched a Kickstarter. Look, we're already at $433. Thank you very much, everyone. So I'll put the link in the chat again. But thank you very much. I will try not to wear you guys out with this over the next month. I know I'll have a tendency to want to talk about this a lot over the next month, but I'll try not to wear you guys out with it. I know you'll get sick of hearing it. Yeah, so we're gonna take. So we thought about doing Munich on the way back to get the A380, but I decided we'll do round trip out of Frankfurt, so we can go 340, 300 on the way there, and 747 on the way back. It'll be a 747 8. Yeah, I've been watching some streams out of there. Looks like a really great airport. Looks like they have really good places to watch from too. Yeah, unfortunately I misspelled Munich on that graphic. I fixed it. Mrs. Reverse Ops told me I fixed it. It told me to fix it. And I fixed it on the Kickstarter side, but I forgot to fix it on the graphic that was on the encoder. Oh, Keith, that'll be cool. Yeah, I'll look that up and I'll send it to you. I don't have it off the top of my head. I'll look that up and I'll send it to you. All right, next one in should be a Japan Dreamliner. It should be this one right here. This one's coming in from Tokyo. We should be getting close to that second A380. It should be, it's a little farther than halfway between Kauai and Oahu, so it should be here in like 6 or 7 minutes. Ron, if I don't make the 2,500 goal, nobody gets charged. So if you donate and I don't make it, you won't lose any money. You'll get the money back. I don't get any money unless it gets over the $2,500 mark. Faber-Merc? What is Faber-Merc? Besides abbreviations. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the cold of Germany. I like the cold. Mrs. Reverse Ops, though, I had to talk her into being that cold, though, so. Hello, NZ Plane Spotter. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, we got Sherry in the house. Hello, Sherry. I didn't, your new name, I didn't recognize it right away. I mean, it says the same thing, but it looks different. Alright, so we have one Qantas heading out. This is the One World livery Qantas heading back to Melbourne. This is being pushed back right here. We have another Qantas on final. That is coming in from Sydney. That's a Dreamliner. So it is second for arrival. So we're going to have two Qantases on the deck at the same time. NZ Plane, I haven't seen that one. I'd have to look up that number. Let's see. Unless I'm not recognizing the name. ZK. Sorry, NZ Planes, but I'm not coming up with anything for that. It doesn't ring a bell on me. It might be just my bad memory. Hello, Sith Lord Aviation. Oh, Sith Lord IAD Aviation. Sorry about that. Yeah, I saw that he's been there twice recently, which is... so like I said before, we've been planning on this for a little while now. Before I knew, I'm not trying to dance around this. I literally didn't know he was going when we first planned this. So I was really surprised that he was going. But the cool thing about that is I got to watch his shows and see where he set up to see what the view was like. So that was cool. I was a little surprised he went back. He went back. He just was there yesterday. This is that other Qantas that's coming in. This is, unfortunately, it's not the Am Dreaming. Looks like there's another gray plane at the other end of the runway. So that's a KC-130. We'll see who owns that here. It doesn't tell me. It just tells me it's a military Super Hercules. I don't know who owns that. Most likely it's a Navy, I think. Alright, so see if we can get both. Oh, we can get both Qantases in one shot. Look at that. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's both Qantases in one shot. Alright, so the Super is next for arrival. It is just passing over Eva Beach right now, so it'll be get a good shot of it here in just a second. Oh, it's the Marine Corps. I was close saying it was Navy. That's close. Well, looks like we have a C-17 down there that's turned its side, so it looks like it's going out as well. Hello back to Turkey. Alright, so let's see. Let's flip around and get the Super now. It should be right up there. There it is. It's the orange one today. Oh, do we have the Colleen Barrett Retro Canyon Blue Rivery Southwest over there? I think we do. Alright, so in just a second, we're going to see that C-17 cross behind the Super. There it is, right there. That's heading out to the reef runway. Alright, so that... it's going to pan her over here real quick. We'll come back to the Super in just a second. Catch this Marine Corps heading out. Let's go back to the Super because it's showing really good in the light right now. Look at that.
Looking at that traffic, 125 shot.
Wow, thank you guys. We're almost at the $1,000 mark at the Kickstarter already. Wow, that is amazing. You guys are awesome. Alright, so Qantas will be second out, so it's going to be behind the C-17. So the C-17 is only on that radar, so let's flip over there. So the C-17 is at the end of the runway, so we'll get its departure in just a second. While we're waiting on that, I want to see if we can pop up the flight list, see what's heading out in the next half an hour. Okay. I don't see any UPS planes scheduled in the next 20 minutes or so. We do have one that's coming in 30 minutes, so that one coming in means one of them has to go because there's two here already. So I would imagine there's a queen in about a half an hour or so. Why, yes. Yes, I do. You know, James, that's an interesting question. I've wondered that as well myself, and I've also wondered about the pogo wheels on the U2. Do they just are they how many sets they have? Like they come here, the U2s come here a lot. Not a lot, pretty frequently. We'll see them in here, but they have to have the attachable, detachable wheels on the wings. So how many are sitting over there at Hickam? It's not just one, because they've been there a couple weeks ago. There was 3 of them here at the same time. Do they keep 3? Do they keep 5? Do they FedEx one overnight if something's coming in? I don't understand how that works, but. All right, Qantas is next out. Yeah, because I'm sure there's a lot more than just the wheels they got to figure out. The next one coming in this side is another Hawaiian. It's coming. It's a 3:30. I believe it's coming in from Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can. Fukuoka. Close. That is coming in on this runway right here. Alright, so the Qantas is on the roll, so we'll get that over on this side. We'll come back and see if we can get that to Hawaiian taxiing in a second. But the Qantas should be coming through these trees any second now. So that Hawaiian there that's taxiing, look at the difference in the tails. See the tail on the left one, how it's much darker purple and has slightly or pointier flowers. And this one here is lighter purple and has kind of squared off flowers. And you see how this one has no Miley lay, silver lay around the fuselage. And yeah, you can't see that one. You kind of see it there around the fuselage. So this is the new Hawaiian livery. This one over here is the last of the old Hawaiian livery. There's no more besides that one. The only other one was a 717 that recently got painted. So they're down to just one of the old livery now. Yeah, James, I wonder if there's a guy, I'm sure there's got to be a guy who spends his whole military career just keeping track of extra tanks. Making sure they have enough here, have the right ones here. If one gets damaged, you got to make sure it goes over here. If they have to drop it. Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? Thanks, Deborah. That's a good suggestion. See, it's always good to hang out with people smarter than yourself. Oops. Oh, there's the Colleen Barrett retro livery. Oh, kind of snuck out on me over here. Yeah. This is one of the few Southwest special liveries that come here to Hawaii. So it's the light blue. So the ones we usually get are that one, the Herb Kelleher Desert Gold retro livery, and Imua 1. It's a good looking jet here. Look at this, all gray with that red pinstripe there. That's a good looking plane there. Dave, Maui Dave, you should really have some more control over your plane. That's very rude of them. You can't have your servants taking it out for a joyride. You know, Brad, flying my private plane to Honolulu to save some money on gas is not a problem I knew existed, but it's a problem I wouldn't mind having. The first of the Queens has pushed back over there at UPS. So we're down to one tail now over here. We had two tails before. I don't even know if I showed you that. Down to one tail over here now. The other one is pushed back. Oh, you can kind of see it there. It's pushed back. Unfortunately today we have to get out of here a little early for a Saturday because I have to work on the Saturday here. You got some servers that need to be upgraded. So we're gonna have to cut out a little bit. So it doesn't make a lot of sense because I got to leave here at 10:30. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to pack everything up and drive down there just to be down there for 10 minutes. So we're gonna stay up on this side for the next half hour or so, and then we're gonna get out of here. We'll still see the Queen departure though. Don't worry about that. It's just a little bit farther away. Ben, the announcement was we're going to Germany. We're going to take the plane spotting on the road and head over to Germany and do some shows in Germany. In Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich. Oh, shoot, I actually forgot about the Pop-Tart, Ian. Oh, my God. So much stuff going on. I forgot about the Pop-Tart. And the other half of the announcement is we did launch a Kickstarter. Let's see what we're up to now. We're almost at $1,000 already. Thank you very much, everybody. So the pinned comment there has the Kickstarter link. To help out with getting us over there and doing some shows, we've launched a Kickstarter. So head on over there. It's reverseops.com/Kickstarter is the easiest way to get there. And peruse it, see what you think. Let me know if there's any typos. I already found that there's a typo. But I really appreciate you guys taking a look. If you can, help out. If you honestly, if you don't go out of your way, if you can't help out, if you don't have the means, I don't want to put you in any position. So if you can help out, I would really appreciate it. If not, hang out, like the stream, share the stream. The normal free ways to help the channel is really good too, because that also helps. So I'm not going to turn this into a pay-per-view only channel. It's still going to be, most of the streams are still going to be open to everybody. We'll do a couple of, the other thing I forgot to mention is we're going to do, about the Kickstarter is we're going to, like I said, there's going to be the possibility of an extra stream in there. If everything works out, and that'll be a stream for just the Kickstarter backers. Everybody who backs on Kickstarter, we'll do a stream just for everybody who backs on Kickstarter. That'll be a private stream just for the people who backed on Kickstarter. But all the rest of the streams will be open to the public. They won't. The main streams will not be locked down in any way. We'll do one stream for the backers. We might do a couple of walking around streams like we did in London and Dallas. But all the aviation streams will be open to everyone, whether you back on Kickstarter or not. Oh no. That would be a major channel announcement. Hi. Alright, so while we wait for this UPS to get out there, we will do what flavor of Pop-Tart is Patrick eating today? Today's edition of What Flavor of Pop-Tart is Patrick eating today is brought to you by Kickstarter. reverseops.com/Kickstarter. So thank you very much. Ooh, frosted banana bread sounded good. You know, I tried the Boston cream donut legalized shrimp one. That's not today's one. I tried the Boston cream one, and I don't know how I feel about that. It gave me mixed feelings. Like the cream part was really good, but the crust part was kind of blah. So eating the two of them together was kind of, didn't know how I felt about that. Oh, we have a couple of new mods, and I forgot to mention the rule. The mods determine the winner for me, so I put the answer in the mod chat. So if you're one of the two new mods, Fire Truck or Alan, you can check the mod chat, and then will let me know who the first person to come up with that is. We have dueling 717s coming in. So I'd like to thank you all for playing. We do have a winner. Our good friend Ron Sark is the winner with frosted brown sugar cinnamon. Oop. One of these days I'm going to fix this graphic so it doesn't cover itself up. But thank you all for playing. What flavor of Pop-Tart is Patrick eating today? So thank you very much. Is this, am I mistaken? Is this 2 out of 2 wins for you in the last little bit, Ron? I think it is. So here's the brown sugar cinnamon. Let me get that focus. Frosted brown sugar cinnamon. Yeah, I think yours was right after Ron. So good guess, but a little slow. Next time though, you'll get it next time. Thank you, Vegas Joe. Our good friend Vegas Joe is gifted 5 Reverse Ops memberships. Thank you very much. Let's see if I can see these here. Peter Asmagu, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brownie maybe, Afonso, and Slim. Please join me in thanking our good friend Vegas Joe for that gift of 5 memberships. You can now access the emojis, the past members only streams. In fact, we're getting pretty close to a next members only stream. I have to work out a couple more details on that. The middle of July we'll be doing another members only Hawaii walk around stream. You can also access the members-only chat section of our Discord channel. There's a link in the description, I believe. So thank you very much, Vegas Joe. I really appreciate all your support. Yes, DW, we did it about an hour ago, but the gist of it is we're taking the show to Germany to do shows in Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich. And I've launched a Kickstarter that is the pinned comment there for you guys to hopefully can help me out getting there. I would appreciate it if you just take a look at the Kickstarter. If it's something you're interested in, I appreciate it. If it's something you're not interested in, I understand completely. So don't feel any pressure. There's no We will not alienate anybody who doesn't who doesn't donate. There'll be all the aviation shows in Germany will be open to all, so we will not close it off. We'll do one stream that is for Kickstarter backers only, but all the aviation streams will be for everybody. Alright, so we have one queen coming in that is next for arrival on 8 left, and it's passing quietly in the night with another queen that is leaving, that is the one heading to the reef runway. So we're going to have back-to-back in and outs of queens. The one coming in is coming in from Louisville. It is a 747-400. The one going out is heading off to Sydney. It is also a 747-400. Well, I do get my kicks for free, so there's definitely some truth to that. Hello, 1X. Ah, Pilot Mike. Oh, is that Aloha Mike? Is that trying to figure out these new names. Oh, there. I've heard good things about Frankfurt. The airport and the city. It seems to get. It doesn't seem to get as high a billing as places like Munich or Hamburg or Berlin, but I've heard really good things about it. I'm super excited. I heard the airport viewing areas are really cool. Yeah, I need to learn. I need to learn some German, at least enough where I don't embarrass myself. Okay, let's see which queen is going to go first. The queen on the way out is at the end of the runway. The queen on the way in is over Iroquois Point, so maybe we'll get a true back-to-back. Okay, let's try this and see how it goes. I think the other one's rolling already, so I might have to go to this one and then back to the other one. Yeah, we're gonna go. Ah, yeah. YouTube's messing up everybody today, Lord Andrew. We have a reward out for whoever finds O'Malley's duck. Whoever finds O'Malley's duck will get a Pop-Tart. We'll have a very similar reward for Brandon Rabbit's rabbit. Hello, Demi. Good to see you. Yeah, Brad. It was like that when I was in France too, and we went to several years ago. We went to Italy and the Czech Republic and Hungary, and a lot of people spoke English. But I'd like to know at least enough to say hello, thank you. You know, I don't want to. The pleasantries, basically. I don't think there's any way I could possibly learn enough to have. I'm not ambitious enough to think I'm going to be able to learn conversational German in the next few months, but I'd at least like to know that I'm getting the good mornings and the good evenings and the things like that correctly. Mick T's name changed, but the puns didn't. Ooh. I have to get some lederhosen for the store. Flying Honu lederhoser. I have to add that to the shop. Alright, so we are getting pretty close to the end here today. Ooh. Yeah, Mrs. Reverse Ops was telling me about late night television in Europe. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the show here today. I think we're going to wait and catch this. We have a Asia Pacific that is about to leave. We'll catch that departure, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, we did All in the Pond did come in. Our third ANA of the day did come in. This is came in from the other side of Tokyo. So we'll have 3 ANAs on the deck at the same time. Hello, Robbie. Good to see you. Is that the Robert? Is that the one where you do the streak? Somebody was telling me about one where you do it every day and you try to get a streak going. They said it's pretty good. But H dot underscore dot. Yeah, ANA has always been, well, at least the last several years, has been a big player here because traditionally the Japanese tourist market to Hawaii was very strong. But the yen is way down right now against the dollar, so it's really hurting their Japanese tourist market. So there's been a bunch of stories about them flying half full lately. I don't know. When Mrs. Reverse Ops flew on one of the turtles a couple months ago, she said it was about 75% full, and then I've heard other people say the ones they were on were very full, so I don't know exactly if they're averaging out the numbers and they're low altogether, but there's a large Japanese population here that go back to Japan, and then there's a large, huge interest in Hawaiian culture in Japan, so there's a lot of them that come here, usually on vacation. Yeah, if you want to go to Japan from Hawaii right now is a good time to go, because you can get a round trip on ANA on the flying Honu for about $550. Which is insanely cheap. Alright, so unfortunately, as I've said probably too many times today, I do have to work today. I have to get some servers upgraded. So we're gonna have to call it a day today, but thank you everyone. I really had a good time today. I was a little nervous about the big announcement, but I'm glad you guys really support it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in Germany. So if one more shout out for that Kickstarter page, reverseops.com/Kickstarter. It's on the pinned comment at the top. But I'd like to thank our good friend Scott Roldan earlier with the super chats. We had Rainbow Love was gifted. We had Ian with a gifted. H. Dot with a gifted. So thank you very much. Then we had our good friend Brad come in with a super chat. Jane Chu had a gifted. We had a huge support from our good friend Steve today. He not only did he give 50 Reverse Ops memberships, he also came in with a $100 super chat. Thank you very much again, Steve. I cannot express my gratitude enough. I hope I'm not. I don't know. I've run out of adjectives to describe how thankful I am. But really, I really appreciate it. We had a couple new regular members. We had Scott with another thing. We had Anak Spectre with a $10 super chat earlier, and then we had two-time Indy 500 winner with a super chat, and then we had Vegas Joe to wrap it up, and Maui Mike gifting 5 Reverse Ops memberships each. So thanks to both of them, really appreciate it. But I do want to thank all of you for being here. You guys, I couldn't do this without all of you. The support really helps, but just having you guys here is awesome. Really makes my week. But we'll be back Tuesday. And then we'll be back again, most likely Friday afternoon. I'm going to set that schedule this weekend, and we'll have the schedule out. But I think we're going to do a afternoon sunset show next Friday on July 4th, and maybe see some fireworks, but we'll see about that. So Tuesday, Friday, and then we'll do a little bit later of a show next Saturday to focus on departures. So now that we're getting 2 A380s on a Saturday, we're going to start a little later next Saturday and focus, and we're going to catch both their departures. We'll catch both A380 departures next Saturday. But thanks everybody, and thanks Keith. Thank you very much. We'll find that rabbit. I won't have to be as punctual today, but I still. Oh, there's so many names. You guys are awesome. Some other little more creative than others, apparently. I'd like to give a special shout out to my mods, Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Brad, Josh, O'Malley, Jane, Allen, and Firetruck, with a huge special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops, who is the inspiration for all of this. I will see you all in a couple days. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday morning. Thank you all again for all your love and support. Aloha, everyone.